Audio muted. Okay. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that I could do that.
So that's 40 seconds of awkward silence.
Yes.
That's my favorite. I look forward to that every game.
Like in The Simpsons.
Awkward silence
Yeah.
is my favorite silence.
Yeah.
No, it's time to get into character, right? Everybody seen that Simpson?
Yes.
That Simpson scene. They host this
No.
show, and they asked. They have this this Arnold Schwarzenegger type guy. So they
Mhm.
ask him a
Duff
question.
Man.
Duffman, yeah. So they ask him something about his character, and I say, I need to get into character.
And
I am now
good
into
luck.
character. Basically staying the same.
That's a good timing.
Oh
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah.
For the
And that's
punchline.
not Duffman, it's the actor. I forgot his
Oh
name.
yeah, you're right.
Also, he's actually got
The
a name.
the rich guy.
We'll find out.
Bart and his daughter
Yes.
were in love.
And Emiliano, you are not in character. I can see your head. Please remove it.
Oh, I
Not
think it
Emiliano,
was
it's-
my head
yeah, it's-
actually.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
So how do we start? Do we start by me introducing my new character? Or-
Yeah.
Oh,
You appear
yeah.
trustworthy. Would you care to join our party?
User with the head.
Well, you have a head. So
we need
much
somebody
better
with
than
a
the
head.
last one. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I got to go right at 3, so
Okay.
that's their plan.
Yeah. So, last
Eating.
time, previously in Storm King's Thunder, you guys basically foiled an assassination attempt. You helped the ambassador of Ruathim, Emiliano's character, and her manservant, which is Zunis, during an assassination attempt. Someone broke into the mansion and tried to kill Elin. Zunis intervened while the rest of you were headed to her mansion to simply deliver a message from Lady Valrosa Nandar. And you basically managed to catch eventually the assassin as he was fleeing from the mansion out, if I remember correctly. Quarian's spell, what was it? Fairy fire or something like that?
Verifier. Yeah.
Right. So the assassin got surrounded by purple flames, and as he fled to Waterdeep streets, some shouts to the guards, and with a couple of arrows and spells from your part, and the assassin was captured. With the
And it-
assassin, what?
Oh, go ahead.
No.
I think it was Blue Flames.
Yeah, it's Blue Flame.
Oh, blue flame.
Because there was a
So,
mix-up
but
of
there
blue
was a
people.
slight
Blue
mix-up of the
flame,
blue
yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Yes.
mix-
I got the blue guy, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
You got the magenta guy.
So with the assassin gone, you basically delivered Lady Valrosa's invitation to Elin, and at that point, Zunis took it, and he started reading the invitation, and then suddenly his head exploded, right? And if I remember correctly, this is where we start. This is where we stopped last time.
Yep.
Okay. So, kaboom! You basically all stand there in a circle. Zunis's body is still holding the bloodied note, and then sploop, he simply falls on his back. Now, you all stand there in a circle, shocked, and this what happens. You all noticed the bloodstains and the gore and the brain, everything that was Zunis' head and is now resting on your body. It all starts to melt and turn into water, and it simply flows down all over your body and forms this puddle on the floor. The same happens to Zunis's body. It simply dissolves into water and stays there as a puddle.
Elin, does this guy do it a lot?
Out of character, does this guy do this?
You haven't
Something
seen
they do.
him do that, but please make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
It's clearly a T1000.
I,
He'll
uh,
reform. He'll reform soon.
16.
Eamon might start dumping out his wineskin over it, like away from that pool.
Okay.
He's gonna try and get Zunis into his wineskin. Save him. I'll save you.
So
While
as
you're
you
pouring out the wine, you said wine skin, not water skin. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. You haven't been drinking. We're all seeing it. It's not because of the drinking. You don't need to stop drinking.
It's actually
This is
scotch.
real, man.
Yeah.
So as you kneel down and pour the wine just in a different puddle, yeah, I'm
Yes.
guessing you're trying to make sure the puddles don't. Okay,
Yeah, never mix wine and water.
yeah. Eileen, you feel that there was some sort of a mental energy wave breaking on top of the mansion. You think it's definitely from an external source, but it's something that you've felt, and with your sorceress origin, let's say, you think this what caused Zunis to explode. When you, Eamon, when you come with your wineskin to fill the water that were Zunis, they start to boil, and as they boil, they reform into this humanoid body again, and you can see, internal organs reform, and veins and the arteries, and the heart starts to beat. The wheels of the eyes reform, and just as his head exploded, Zunis, alive and breathing, is lying unconscious on the floor in front of your eyes.
I'm just gonna kneel there with holding my wineskin over him.
You're full of surprises, Master Zunis.
I don't know what to do.
What was that?
Zunis, you wake up at this point.
I look
He's
around.
like fully equipped and
confused.
clothed too.
Yeah, no, he's with his clothes and everything.
As Klaus, I wear like shells and stuff. Like my armor is made of shells.
Oh.
So just so you know.
Right on.
How did you do that? Why did you do that?
Why?
What did I do? What happened?
I
was an
still
awesome
have a bit of
trick.
blood on me from your head. Like that was a cruel trick.
Your head blew up and then you liquefied and then returned back into you? That's some crazy shit there.
Do I know the direction of the psychic impulse wave?
So you think it's indeed a wave? So it, like a submarine ping.
So it's or a center in here.
It wasn't. You don't think the center was in the mansion. You think it was someplace else,
I just don't have an arrow of direction.
right?
Mm.
But it seems Zunis is very sensitive to this form of energy. Now, Zunis, you do remember one time that you had a similar feeling when you just woke up with your friends around you, and that was right after you met General Kamal a long time ago.
I'm gonna take my cloak off and throw it over the letter. And I'm not gonna go near it though. I'm just it's bad magic.
I pick up the letter.
And you know
No,
where
don't do
this
that.
you know where this thing came from that just knocked me out, Ellen?
No. I don't know where it came from, but I know it was a strong psionic force.
Okay.
Are you picking up that letter?
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack it out of your hand.
I push you out of the way.
Ooh, feat of strength.
Oh, I don't have a lot of strength. I have to roll.
Okay, you win.
Hold on, let's see. 7.
You win.
Alright, yeah, I push you out of the way. I grab the letter. I don't open it. but I hold it in my hand as if I'm about to open it.
I'm really impressed by this frail old woman who just pushes the city guard away. Like, ooh, damn.
I'm not that old.
He was stepping in the wine puddle, and that was slick.
And compared to me, you're old. Really old.
So are we just ignoring this and keep moving, or?
Was it actually? I'm wondering, was it just a coincidence when you opened the letter, or?
What, can we study the letter itself?
Yeah, you can.
Anything? Without reading it, is there anything special?
Are you trying to read it?
No, not reading. I just want to see if there's any special drawing insignias, signatures, or anything that's out of the ordinary, considering where it came from.
I hand it to you so you can look at that, and I asked Sunis, how many? Can you do that again?
Please.
I didn't do that. Something did that to me.
But it turned you into water.
Yeah. It has happened before, but it wasn't my own doing.
When did it happen before?
So just a small correction here. You don't think? I mean, you don't know if you turned into water. All you remember is losing your conscience. In this way. This happened to you before, but you don't. Nobody told you anything about anything else.
As soon as you turned into a puddle of water.
In a very dramatic fashion.
Yeah. Add the blood. Remember the blood as I'm peeking up like over like a shelf or something, hiding behind it so I don't get covered in blood again.
Oh yeah, you had exploded in gore, and then you turned into water.
Well, I remember a time where I was just knocked out of the blue, and yeah, it might have been possible that was the same thing.
So exploding head, turning into water, and then reforming. That sounds like a bad cold or some other disease.
Was I the only person that opened the letter and read it?
Yep.
Is there anything special about the letter now that I take another look at it?
So it's a little bit wet, but other than that, it's made of regular, paper made probably in Waterdeep. It's from Lady Valrosa Nandar, and it uses its insignia and stamp. Other than that, the handwriting looks ordinary. The way that the envelope was folded is, you don't see anything special about it. But you can roll an investigation check to see if you notice anything special.
Okay. Investigation. I got a 20.
Okay, with a 20, you easily learn that this is a very, very regular invitation, nothing special about it.
Okay. This all happened when we were still inside the mansion, right?
Correct.
I think unless anybody else wants to do anything, Eileen is getting restless. Let's go see this lady. Maybe she'll have some answers.
Shouldn't.
Perhaps we should talk to the Magister about this. This is very strange.
The Magister's probably passed out drunk by now.
It's a fair point. Maybe Mr. Jolly knows something.
Yes.
Maybe go to a temple and ask for healer? Or something like that.
Well, I'm fine now.
I pick
Really?
a piece of your brain off my head and go, are you sure about that?
So that all turned into water. All the gory
Okay.
pieces. Yeah. So you are all wet,
God.
but
Okay.
it's water.
Do you guys maybe want to do a quick search inside the mansion to see if there's anybody else in there?
It's a good idea. Can I make an investigation check?
Yeah.
Could I help him
Hey.
by just pointing out stuff of my house?
Yeah.
I got a 23.
closet.
I find it on my own.
Okay.
I will help search the mansion
So
all by myself, and especially like, the silverware. Nope, nothing hidden here in the silverware.
So, Eamon, when you go out and search, you know, you open closets, you open doors to peek into rooms. One door that you open actually leads outside. You remember the outline of the mansion, so it opens up to the backyard. And when you open it, you see a tall tiefling wearing robes, looking at you with, you know, burning eyes, burning red eyes.
Based on my recent experiences, I think I'm going to try and tackle this tiefling
Okay.
What?
without hesitation.
It's not blue, it's red.
I got a 15.
Okay, yes, you crash into him, and you both fall on the grass just outside the door, and you all hear this rustle as
I run.
someone shrieks. And
Start yelling for Forgar.
I come running.
Let's run.
Yeah, I run over there.
so
We all run there.
you all run there, and Zunis and Elin, you see Eamon basically lying on top of Thorn Rel, your administrator. And this guy is... Get him off me! Get him off me!
What are you doing?
You must be
well, I
mistaken. This guy works for us. He's completely harmless.
My apologies, sir. No, I'll stand him up and like brush him off. I'm just a little discombobulated after everything.
So he gets up slowly, you know, cleaning the all the dirt from his robes, and he looks at you, and watches all of you approach him, and then he mumbles something. Well, we're back to the days of Kel Barath, are we now? As he wipes the dirt from his clothes, and then he basically shoulder you and enter the mansion.
Can I make an insight check?
Yes, you can.
Never mind.
I
got a
apologize for our
inside,
guest.
Total 5.
Inside, he looks at all the mess, basically broken furniture, broken glass, and all the leftovers you left after combating that assassin. And he turns to you, Eileen, and says, "Should I head back to the market to procure new furniture for this party you had here?"
Whatever you want. I wave him at Zunis. Like, he does that. He makes those decisions. I don't care.
So, is he like? What is his title again? What does he do for
So
us?
he's your administrator. He's basically
Oh, okay.
handling day-to-day paperwork for operating the mansion,
okay.
buying food and
great.
stuff.
Okay, so I say to him, well, yeah, we had a break-in, and yeah, someone has to take care of the mess that is going on inside. We will also be leaving for a couple days, probably, and yeah, it looks like you have to take care of business for a while. I trust you are able to do that.
And he looks at all of you and says, "Yes, sir, of course, sir. I'll head right now to the markets."
Great. I'll have Brandon fix all this up.
Do you call him? Because I didn't hear you calling him.
No, I don't think she could withstand the wrath of Brandon.
Okay.
Do we head to the ladies, the invitation? Or is it right now or was it later?
It's another city away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was 3 days travel.
I think we
Ellen-
need to gear up. If I remember correctly,
Yeah.
we're all sitting there in our fancy white fluffy shirts.
Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
should get this guy to buy us some awesome gear instead of like, buy me furniture.
We need to go see Mr. Jolly as well.
Okay, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go see Jolly.
Yes, we should tell Mr. Fizzlebang. Jolly is his first name. Yeah,
Mr. Jolly.
Yeah.
Mr. Fizzlebang.
No.
Don't you have any respect for your fellow citizens?
Yeah.
City
Hence
gods,
Mr.
all
Jolly.
brutes.
Mr. Renard, we don't need a lecture now.
Uh,
While
That's
the
how
rest
you
of
say it.
while the rest of the group goes to Mr. Fizzlebang, I actually do visit the Magister or whatever of the city.
I'll go with you. I'm gonna go with him.
It's party split, or do we go together?
Let's go together.
Yeah.
With the
We're in a big
party.
city. Nothing can happen here, really.
Uh-huh.
Except for
Other than
your head
people
might
exploding.
explode.
Assassins showing up. Yeah, I do go to Mr. Fizzlebang, at least. I don't like the Magister.
Okay, so Aline's mansion, you can see it when my mouse will be clickable.
Yes. Over here.
Over here, exactly. And Jolly's shop is around this place. And if you want to go to Magister Van Devries' office, it is located. Wait. Around here. Okay. So near the docks.
It's on the way.
So,
You can stop by Jolly's.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
first you want to stop at Jolly's?
Yeah, I think so.
Great. Okay. So you had from Eline's mansion, you cross the high road and go straight into the trade ward. But the way of the dragon is basically blocked. What you see is a mob of people and two militia guards. They stand looking very, very confused as this fluffy young man. He's dressed very much like yourself, but with this very decorated, useless sword on its hip. And behind him, there are two, you can only assume they are his bodyguards. He stands there tall and smelling from perfume, and his hair is all shiny and kempt, pointing at a very, very old dwarf who is basically trembling from anger and rage. And this obviously noble says, "Well, this dwarf, he broke into our vaults and he took it. I know that he took it. Look at him. He looks guilty." And then he points at the militia, at the two guards, and he tells them, "Arrest him for breaking into our vaults and taking the plans for our keep." And all the people are around this scene. The guards, they kind of look around, searching for probably their commanding officer or something like that, but nobody shows up.
Ugh.
I'm not about to interfere with law enforcement.
I'm about to
So-
interfere.
I'll approach. I'm still in
behind
my
you.
guard uniform and my investigator's uniform, so I'll approach. What exactly is going on here, man?
Are you asking the noble?
No, the soldiers, the city watch.
Oh, so basically they say, "We don't know. We just, doing our patrol, and then we see this idiot accusing this dwarf. We can't do anything about it. He didn't do anything. What should we do? I mean, arrest him? We can't arrest him, and he's old." And
Is the nobleman still making a scene?
no, the nobleman is actually approaching you. So you are the commanding officer, yes?
Well, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I was an investigator, and I would recommend that if you would like to lodge a formal complaint against this kindly dwarf here, sir, that you can go over to the magister's office. In fact, we're going there right now. We can escort you, and you can lodge a formal complaint. However,
complaint?
Well, yes. We can't just arrest him based on your accusation. I mean, we need this thing called proof.
I am Halloran Margaster, and I won't be treated like this. Now take this dwarf and arrest him for burglaring into our family crypt, into the vaults, and he took the maps for our keep. Now do this, or else.
Can I make an insight check on the noble?
Yes.
7, and the dwarf. 8. No dice.
And at this point, he basically flips the side of his cape, and then you can see beside his sword, he has this huge purse full of gold. And he tells all of you, basically, it would be very wise and worth your while to arrest this dwarf for me. And then he shakes his purse.
I'm just gonna laugh. You foolish man, you. I do believe that constitutes bribery.
And he turns, foolish man, did you just come? And he turns to his guard. He just come. And the guards, they're like this one. I challenge you to a duel, and I will show you who is foolish here. And he kind of tugs his belt, and he managed to pull the sword out, but his pants kind of twist all over his body, so he basically wears them upside down now. I mean,
I would like to go over and help him put on his pants right.
So, so he basically pulls the sword, and the whole crowd is basically crutching when this sword kind of whooshes above everyone's head. And the dwarf.
Whoa.
I put my hand on Eamon and I whisper like, "Good, end this fool so we can get on with it. Come on."
Whoa, sir! Put that pig sticker away. There's no need for violence here. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Who do you think you talk to? I was trained by the best of Waterdeep. Now take out your sword and fight.
I don't A, have a sword, and B, think that you were trained by anyone who was the best. And in fact, you might want to get your money back if they said so.
Eamon, come on.
Hey, you can borrow my sword. While I'm readjusting his pants, how hard would it be to
let my friend here readjust your sword belt there, sir? You're gonna trip and fall and hurt yourself. I don't want to see that.
Jenkins, do your thing. Roll for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Renard.
16s?
What? A 16?
Yeah.
So, because Eamon is basically distracting him, you manage to straighten his pants and lift the purse at the same movement. Floop.
Yes.
So, you just wait here, sir. I'm going to turn my back to him and walk over to the dwarf. What does he look like?
The dwarf is a shield dwarf, which means, these are the more civilized sort. They basically dwell in cities, much like yourself. He's obviously very, very old. You see a long white beard, and his face are like, the leather of a very old shoe. And he basically is red and purple from anger. He's frothing from the side of his mouth. And when you approach him, obviously turning your back to the noble, he says, "Thank you, good sir, but this is nonsense. I didn't break into anybody's vaults. I'm just here on a visit."
Where are you visiting from?
No, I'm from Thornhold. And then the noble says, yes, Thornhold, this is our keep, not yours, you little man. Dwarf, you stink our halls with your beer and ale. Arrest this man. Where is my purse? My purse! And then he starts shrieking, thieves! Thieves!
As soon as he starts getting racist,
I would like to sneak away.
I'm gonna stand up. Go ahead.
As you talk, Jenkins, make a stealth check or a hide one.
I'm gonna stand up.
24.
Yeah, you stand up and.
I'm gonna look him that nobleman right in the eye. I would warn you, sir, to keep that bigotry to yourself before I arrest you. Just because he's a dwarf does not mean he smells.
And he looks at you and he says, I would know your name.
I'm Eamon Braun, Surgeon of the Watch, investigator. Was an investigator.
You will hear from my father.
Oh, you go get Daddy then. Perhaps we need to talk to someone who's in charge.
And he...
You tell your daddy to go to the Magister and file a formal complaint.
And he takes his sword and he tries to put it back into the scabbard, and the scabbard just explodes. Pff, all the small rubies and gems just tick, 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 fall on the ground. All the people are on their knees, trying to grab whatever they can. And as he tries to work his sword into his scabbard, his two bodyguards take him away. And you hear his shrieks, I will show this, amen. I will file a formal complaint and pay whatever I need to get this man behind bars. You hear me? You hear me?
You should have killed him. You should have killed him.
Now it's going to be a recurring enemy.
Oh yeah.
Just had a chain quest.
And the dwarf says, well, thank you, sir. We, the dwarves of Thornhold, will not forget it. This man is an idiot. They lost their castle years ago, and we took it from the former resident, which was a trading company. We basically bought that keep.
Very well. I would recommend you keep a low profile on Waterdeep here for a while.
Well, if you say so. But if you ever go north and visit Thornhold, you tell them Stogans sent you. They have good ale there, and we always welcome good people there.
Well, I thank you, sir. I will, and I'll shake his hand.
You shake his hand, and you see that when he shakes your hand, he has this small bag on his shoulder, and it clutters like there are some vials inside. Chink, 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 chink.
Not to be nosy, but are you a merchant or something, or what are you selling there?
Oh, yeah. How did you know, good sir? You have a keen sight, or a keen hearing, or a very sharp mind.
Why, thank you. We may be in the market if you're selling anything for adventurers.
I do. But actually now I'm heading to one of my cousins here in the town. He's sick, and I've brought some medicine from Thornhold. It's a special brew of our beer. Makes any dwarf stand on his feet just like that.
Oh, my friend here did something like that earlier today.
Who is that? And he looks at all the
Zunis. Point to
Well,
Zunis.
I think he's referring to me. I was knocked out by some sort of spell or something.
By Moradin's beard, you're all blue. Do you feel okay?
That is my natural color. I'm quite alright.
Oh my, poor man. The man is cursed. I think a temple or something of a sort. Yes.
Curse? No.
So you're just blue.
I'm just blue. Turquoise, actually.
He comes from the ocean, you see.
Oh, I've heard of these men. Yes, they hail from the islands, right? I've heard of these. You know, Thornhold is situated on a cliff, observing the sea. It's a it's a beautiful sight. All the blue, you can see the waves frothing on it's amazing.
Speaking of the sea, we're heading there right now.
In this case, I
Ellen.
wish you a good luck and a good travel.
I am
Thank you.
still curious about that medicinal ale you've got. Would you be willing to part with some of it?
No, I would certainly do that, especially for you after what you did for me. And he ruffles inside of his pack, and he produces this small bottle. It's made of glass, and it's stamped Girth Favorites.
Girth favors.
Yep.
Okay.
And it looks like whiskey. I mean, in terms of the color of it. And the label is marked with the sign of Thornhold, which is a keep over a cliff watching the sea.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, what exactly does it do?
Well,
I'll take it from him and
It gets you drunk.
you drink it, and then everything is a blur, which is a blessing.
Amen.
Well,
That sounds like some good alcohol.
this sounds like an incredible concoction.
Yes.
How much?
Oh, this is free. You just stood there and defended me when this idiot insulted me. I was silent. I was so angry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to defend myself even. And you just stepped into this riot. And well, this is my way to say thank you.
Well, my pa always said never look a gift hog in the mouth, so I appreciate this.
And again,
And I'll take it.
if you ever visit Thornhold, a lot more of where this came from. Yes.
Excellent.
Will do.
Okay.
I'll look over at Ellen. Well, shall we, Miss Ellen?
Let's do it. So you have a bottle of that?
Mm-hmm.
She sticks out her hand like, can I try some?
Yeah, all right.
She's very curious about this, so she opens it up, sniffs it.
So it's first time alcohol for you?
Me?
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
No, I think she's probably drunk a bunch of alcohol
Okay.
throughout her life.
I mean, wasn't there like 3 husbands or something that you went through? I'd imagine there's alcohol
Yeah,
involved.
She's kind of old, so yeah, she.
Plus, she's a northern.
She's yeah, northern.
Yeah.
You gotta keep warm.
hmm She'll probably take like a tiny sip just to try it.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
This stuff is gonna be awesome.
All right, day drunk Ellen. Let's do this. Where is it? Here it is. 20.
Wow.
Oh,
That was a 20?
Yeah.
Handles it like Keith Richards.
Also, she was a sailor for a long time.
Yeah, she's used to it.
Okay. So basically, it's a very, very, very good brew. It tastes like molten rocks. It's like, all fiery but with a definite iron and ore flavors as it goes down. Definitely something dwarves would do. Then you feel something very, very strange going on. You get, you know what? Roll 1d4 for me. So you get 2 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's interesting.
I look at the dwarf, I smile, and I say, well, "You'll be seeing me again."
They all do, lady. They all do.
Damn right.
All right. Well,
Okay. With the
I'm gonna hold on to
right,
that.
with the right dispersed, you basically can make it to Jolly's quill very fast.
How many doses of that stuff do I have left?
So it's a bottle. It's not very, very big. You think something like 2 or 3.
Okay. All right.
Also, I wonder if you get a bigger effect if you chug the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then die of alcohol poisoning.
Okay.
Only fail your con check.
Yeah, right.
I'll already be at Jolly's since I left a bit earlier.
Okay.
Oh. Did you already spend all that money too?
No, what money?
What money?
Show up and he's like decked out and all sorts of stuff.
But I was wearing this gold chain the entire time. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Huh.
What, don't you pay attention to me? Like, how dare you?
Okay, Jenkins, since you are first at Jolly's, you probably notice a stranger leave his shop. Now, you basically know all his regulars. This one looks different. You think he is a ranger, according to how he dresses. He obviously doesn't look like he lives in town. And you can see that his outfit is like he was just pulled out of a forest or something like that. His boots are all dirty. You hear this argument going on, or a discussion inside the shop as you approach it, but you can't hear the details unless you want to approach and eavesdrop.
I'll go in quietly so as not to disturb them.
Okay,
Just
make a stealth
quietly
check.
sneak up under them. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm rolling well today. 23.
Okay. So all you hear is probably Jolly trying to ask a favor of this man, but this man is trying to politely refuse. You're not sure what is the content of the conversation, but obviously this guy is saying no in a very, very polite way. And then this is it. You hear him go to the door and is about to open it. Do you want to move, make yourself, stand not in a very suspicious pose?
Yes. Well, I'll just be like opening the door, like as he's opening it, like if I just arrived at the door.
Okay. He just tips his hat and says, "Good day, sir," as he
good day.
passes by. At this point, you all reach Jolly's shop, but you don't see this man leave the shop.
Jolly.
Yeah, and the first thing I say to Jolly, that Ellen sure has a weird friend. There's something weird going on there.
His friend from the
Really,
future.
really weird.
You tell it to Jolly,
Yeah.
and you refer to Zunis, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Jolly says,
Yeah.
"Oh, why? What happened?"
His head exploded, he turned into water, and then he fall. And he's blue. Like, really blue.
Well, that doesn't happen too frequently, though. So
Okay. Then
When
it's
we're-
fine,
and
I
it's
guess.
turquoise, by the way. Just,
When we arrive
Just
at
for
Jolly's, I'm gonna make sure I open the doors for Miss Ellen.
She gives you a look like,
Milady. He's gonna like bow deeply.
she gives you a meaner look, and walks in.
He's confused.
Says, Says Jolly. It's been a while.
Oh, milady, what are you doing here? And he looks
I
at
just wanted to
Eamon
see him.
and
You said to bring her here before we go, Mr. Jolly,
yes,
as you requested.
of course I did. Yes. Well,
Can I do an
Yeah.
insight?
The Lady Ellen and her manservant, Zunis,
Well,
the puddle.
I look at him a little bit angry because I don't like to be referred to as manservant. So
Yeah,
I
but
wonder
Puddle
why.
is fine.
Fish servant.
Yeah, that's not the problem.
Fish servant.
Jolly looks, baffled, and he just. So, Eileen, you're pretty sure Jolly didn't intend you to come to his very little shop on Trade Ward, but since you are already here, he basically runs back and forth and tries to pour wine and, put out his pretzels half eaten by the guys
Yeah.
earlier this morning. So he basically put everything on the table and says, "Yeah, but please."
She eats the pretzels. She doesn't care if they're half-eaten.
What?
She's not high maintenance or anything.
But what brings you here? Oi.
Oh, it's on the way. We were gonna go see the Magister.
Oh,
There was
what
an assassin.
What assassin? What magister? What are you talking about?
Oh
They
yeah,
they
that.
almost
Somebody tried
they
to kill
almost
me.
killed Ellen, and blew up her office.
And
Is
his
it-
head.
Yeah.
Yes, I already said that.
I
They
said,
didn't
yes.
almost blow up his head. They blew up his head.
wait. I sent you to give a very simple invitation to the lady, and instead you're trying to blow his head.
Yeah, but this invitation, it blew up Mr. Zunis's head.
But
I suspect that the invitation itself wasn't at fault because it's happened before, but yeah.
There was
There's
some
something
very
strange
odd
going on.
psionic
what
impulse
happened
wave.
before? You got another invitation, milady.
What, talking to Ellen or?
To Ellen, yes. I don't
This
understand.
never happened. I'd never seen this happen before. No.
Oh, so no, this is the first invitation you get, yes? I mean, Lady Valrosa didn't give a lot of invitations. She gave only one, and it was perfectly good. Nothing was funny in this invitation. So,
No.
So what?
It was just a coincidence
what?
that his head happened to explode while he read the note.
No, yeah, the invitation was fine.
And
I'm
he,
sure.
I code
and
to Jolly and
Jolly kind of do this, and then approaches Lady Elaine and sniffs at her mouth. And you've been drinking, my lady.
Oh yeah.
So head exploding. Yes, of course. Sit, come. I will make you a cup of herbal tea, which will make your blurry alcohol fumes go chick-chack. Come here.
Thanks for the offer. Thanks for the offer, but we don't have much time. We'll be on our way and
Very good. So you are
talk to
headed.
the Magister.
What magister? The Lady Valrosa Nander wanted to host Eileen for a dinner. Why are you going
yeah.
to the magister?
No, we are headed there straight after. We just
Jolly.
have the thing about the exploding head and everything. I
Jolly.
wanted to
An
talk to the
assassin
Magister.
tried to kill me.
So he
Earlier today.
Jolly looks at Amon and he does, yes, this assassin got tried to kill you. Of course, it happens a lot. Yes.
He said, no, in fact, this is true, Mr. Jolly. We got there just in time to save her
What?
and accidentally arrest him.
I tell Mr. Jolly that he owes her a window.
So this is serious.
Can we
Someone
expense
actually
that?
tried to kill you, my
Yeah.
lady.
And bruised my shoulder quite a bit. I'm getting old, Jolly. I don't know if I can take a hit like that.
But why? What? I mean, well, these things do happen, but you didn't sign any treaty last. I don't understand. Why would anyone want to? Oh, this is very bad. This is very bad, my lady. Maybe a day or two outside of Waterdeep will give the authorities time to do their job. Yes. So you talk
I hope so.
to Magister Van De Vries, I assume. Yes, this is his jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
We're trying to get to him before he passes out drunk. I have one question. Does the name Mr. White ring any bell at all?
Mr. White. I don't remember anyone named Mr. White coming to buy quills, but no. So I'm sorry. Why
you
are
hear
you
about
asking?
Might be linked to the assassination attempt.
Well, did you get the assassin? Did you
Yes.
catch him?
Yep.
And
But the
he's
magistrate and
oh, the
people told him.
magister took him. Then this is very good. They will put him in jail, and he will tell everything. Don't worry.
I'm while they're doing this, I'm gonna strap on my armor and weapons. I assume we left them here.
Yep.
And take off my guard uniform.
Okay.
I'm also gonna change back into what I think was just a cloak, if I remember correctly.
Nothing but a cloak.
Yeah,
Don't you wear armor?
yeah, but we didn't have that when we walked over.
Yeah, but somebody tried to kill her. There might be another attempt. I would recommend armor and weapons. Let's gear up, boys.
I
Yeah.
just need to get to level
Fine.
2 and then I can do that.
I asked Jolly, have you perhaps heard of something called the Black Sacrament?
And he
It's so funny to ask casually.
and
The Black
he picks
Sacrament.
up he picks up the pretzels and turns around and says, "No, I haven't heard anything about any black sacraments."
Insight.
Can I do an insight check on that?
I got a 22.
I got a natural 20.
So
Damn.
you obviously think that he knows a lot about black sacraments.
I say, Mr. Jolly.
And
We've
he's
been friends for a long time. We don't lie to each other, Mr. Jolly.
so
Spit.
Yeah, go on.
No, that's it.
So he turns around and says, "Well, this is very bad. This is very bad indeed. I mean, Black Sacrament it's a way of notifying assassins that you want them to hit someone. It's a very dark ritual in which you pay in blood to have someone marked for assassination. It's very bad thing. Black magic and dark rituals. It's horrible. But these things haven't been used for years and years. I don't understand why you bring it up now. Does this has something to do with your assassin, my lady?
Yes.
So does it only go out to one assassin, or are we like gonna have to really be watching out for more?
Can I make a history check on this?
Yes.
This might be something I would know about.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. Never mind. I know nothing.
Okay.
So does it only go to one assassin, or does it go to every assassin out there?
No, I don't think you understand. Usually, when you want some dirty work done, you go to the docks and you pay someone. You pay a thug or a brute or someone a coin and a mug of ale, and he go bashing someone up, and this is it. But some people, some very, very bad people, want, to really hurt someone, not just bashing up good or breaking some teeth. They want to get a message. Then they do this Black Sacrament ritual. This is a relic from the time the god Bane was worshipped more openly in Waterdeep. And the Black Sacrament is basically assuring that the contract will be done eventually. It goes out to several assassins, yes.
Well, it's better than dying in a desk.
Well, I'm
Probably
sure
should not.
that if you will stay at Lady Valrosa's estate, then you will be protected, and the law enforcement, they are good here. Lord Devris is well, he knows what he's doing. Eamon worked for him for a while, yes? A lot of solved cases and a proven record of success after success, right?
Well, yeah, yes. I mean, his men are capable.
What those city guys do is like rough up us poor street kids. They don't solve any crime.
Well, I mean,
All us
you're not
innocent,
committing crime
innocent,
anymore.
us innocent kids just getting shoved off to jail without doing anything.
Well, I can assure you that that was not me. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen. But this is a different matter entirely. This is an assassination attempt.
Yes.
And the Black Sacrament, we're talking about ancient gods and temples and cultists and fanatics. We need to take this seriously.
Is there someone who could know who is the one who paid this sacrament?
Oh, now you're talking about meddling in this dark magic. I would suggest not to even think about it, but I can probably ask a friend of a friend if you are really interested in looking into it. But again, as I said, I really suggest you leave it to the city officials.
I'm gonna give sorry, what's your name?
Quarian, yeah.
Quarian, just kind of like a look like, yeah, that's enough for now. And they'll say, very good, Mr. Jolly. We appreciate your help. We'll be on our way to the Magister and then on our way to accept this invitation.
Okay, and he packs several pretzels into a bag and folds it and hand it to you, Elian.
It was good seeing you, Jolly.
Good seeing you too, dear lady. And as you leave, Forgar, I need you to make a perception check.
Alright. Boo. 10.
Okay. Thank you.
My passive perception is 12.
So you, Eamon, just see Jolly as you leave, and just before he closes his door, you can see that his face are ashen and that he looks deep in thought and goes something like that, and then he closes the door.
I'm still inside the store. I'm not going with them to the Magister.
So you're staying at the store? Cool.
Just sitting quietly in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening.
No, I was just going to say, when we get a couple buildings away, I want to talk to Quarian and Forgar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just them or
Yeah, just you two. I'm gonna. How long have you, Quarian? How long have you known Mr. Jolly?
About a year.
Yeah, same as me. This seems a little coincidental, don't you think? We bring the letter over just in time for an assassination. Zunas's head explodes. He knows too much information about the Black Sacrament.
Too
See
much.
his look on his face as we left? He's upset
There's definitely
about
something fishy going on. And I don't mean that because he's blue.
Come on, you don't think that Mr. Jolly knows something about the assassination, do you? You saw how surprised he was about that.
Yeah, he may be surprised that she's alive. He didn't want her there either. He didn't want us to come there. I'm just suggesting we should keep our eyes and ears open, and this invitation, this manor, this lady we're going to see, Lady Valrosa, we may want to be on alert there.
I agree.
Okay. We should always be on alert, but okay, I agreed. But I don't think Mr. Jolly is a bad guy. I always thought of him as like a kind dude, a kind man.
Yes. Sometimes the agents of evil seem fair, but act foul.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, Miss Ellen. May I see those pretzels? I'm awfully hungry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna crush them up and throw them in the ditch.
What?
Oh man, I was hungry.
Ah,
They're stale. Sorry.
And the time it left there to a block away, they got stale.
Yeah, that or poisoned, one of the two. All right, to the Magister.
Hey, where's
Where's
that short little guy?
it's a short little guy.
We'll
Where's
find him
Mr.
when we
Renner?
leave town.
All right.
Okay. So you head basically to the West Wall Street, and Van Devris's office is located on the second floor of one of the watchtowers, overlooking a very famous inn in Waterdeep. It's called the Wormbone Inn, a very respectable place serving the best cheese and wine in Waterdeep. So you simply head into his office. One soldier stands at the front door, but he looks bored. He nods at you, Eamon. You probably know him. And you are led into an office littered with bottles of wine and baskets of cheese and books that are all over the place. And there's a young, a middle-aged woman. She looks a bit like a mouse. She's very thin and her nose is very big. She looks at you, Amon, as she, scribes stuff and files all kinds of documents. Hey, man. What are you doing here?
I'm just escorting my friends. I present to you the Lady Ellen and her manservant Zunis.
Okay. And then she
Not a
screams.
manservant.
Then she screams, "Duck! They're here!" And then he pops his head out from one of the rooms.
I'm picturing Tsunis just being like, "I'm not a manservant." Like really quiet when people say he's a manservant.
And he looks at you, and you can see leftovers of cheese that he probably munched on. Amen. What are you doing here?
As I said before, I'm just escorting the Lady Ellen and her manservant Zunis, who's come here to file a complaint, I believe.
Yep, that's right. I'm here to go to file a complaint because there was some magic casted, I believe. Where there may have. I'm not actually sure, but as I was opening a letter, my head kind of exploded. At least that's what my friends here tell me. And I woke up a couple of minutes later, and apparently I reformed from a puddle of water.
Yes. Amen. Would you step into my office for a moment?
Okay.
And then you enter a room, he closes the door, and then you all hear the Magister shouts at Amen. "What did you do bringing this fishman here? You think he can file a complaint for his head blowing off? His head is on his shoulder. I'm not working here for you, you're working here for me. I just told you to look after this lady and don't tell me all kinds of stories about..." And he spits, cheese and drops of wine on you as he shouts, and you can all hear this ruckus in the office.
When he's done, he would say, well, not to be particular, sir, but actually I'm on administrative leave, so I guess I don't even really work for you right now.
You're saying this as you wipe the spit from your face. Right?
Yeah.
So what the hell are you doing at my office? I told you, watch her back, but I don't want her any place near my office.
Why is that? Isn't this a safe place?
It's a very safe place, but she's not a noble. She can't come here and demand all kinds of things from me. And at this point, yeah, I'm listening.
I think you're being a little unfair here, sir. She's not demanding anything.
And at this point, the small lady pops her head into the room and she says, Lord, Margaster is here for you, sir.
Oh no. Perfect.
And he says, "Oh, send him in."
I'm gonna open. Can I be the guy who opens the door for this guy into the office?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door and I'll be like, I'll just kind of like motion for him in and smile at him. I got him warmed up for you. Have fun.
You can see this young lord. He steps in, smelling from perfume, and as he looks at you, all the color drains from his face, and he gets in. But you do see the Magister kind of he takes a deep breath, and he says, "Yes, dear Lord Magister, what can I do for you?" And the young man says, "Oh, well, can we at least get rid of the riffraff?" And Van Devry says, "Please, everyone, leave the office. I have important business to do here. I mean, an important, yes."
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close the door behind me. It'd be like that IKEA commercial that start the car. Let's get out of here right now.
I got the car running. I'm ready to leave the city.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Sick of this place.
I'm about to get in big trouble.
No, actually, before I leave, at least, I ask the secretary lady for a piece of paper and a quill, and I write down a letter that she's supposed to give to the Magister. And in that, I explain the whole thing that happened with the head exploding and everything. And I'm also asking to have the mansion guarded.
Okay. So you mentioned your head being your head exploding?
Yep, I mentioned that.
Okay, so can you tell me exactly what you say to her?
I say to her that for me it felt like a blackout, but so I can't attest to this myself. But my friends told me that my head exploded and that my whole body transformed into water, out of which I then reformed.
Okay.
Clarify that nobody was on drugs.
Got that alcohol after.
Yeah, it was after.
Okay. She asks you about did you have any more evidence? Did you collect something from the scene that she can file?
Does anyone still have like a drop of water? No, probably not.
Yeah, we got changed.
Yeah.
You can also mention that Ellen or Eileen, I think Eileen's cooler. A sorceress noticed that there was a strong, was it psionic force?
Yeah, you think so?
Magical? A strong psionic force, like impulse wave with unknown origin that caused this. Well, at the same time, it was coincidental or something.
Okay.
Yep, I write that down as well. And I ask that if if they find out anything about this, I ask them to please send a letter to the mansion
Okay.
with their findings.
To Brandon.
No, the other guy is in charge, right? What's his name
Thorn,
again? The
I think his
tiefling.
name is.
Okay.
His name's also Brandon.
The other Brandon.
Hell, Brandon.
Another Brandon. Brandon.
Red
and Brandon, too.
Brandon.
No, I think the story is the first halfling that I ever met was named Brandon. So I just name all the.
Yeah. Also, the tiefling's name is Thornrel. So she basically writes all this down. She stamps it with the Magister's stamp. She gives you a copy of your complaint, and she tells you with a wink that when he will get his business done, she will make sure he looks into things.
Thank you.
Okay. So, with that, check-ins. What are you doing at Jolly's shop?
I'm just waiting around, looking to see how Jolly is acting now that he heard about the assassination and the Black Sacrament. And maybe also just peeking into that person, counting a coin or two. Just
Okay.
and thinking of things to buy.
Jolly says that he's leaving for the markets. He needs to get stocked with some ink.
I can watch the store for you.
He says thank you and he leaves.
That's trusting.
Hey, he can trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I would not steal from Jolly.
Yeah, he's your employer. At least not right away.
Anything you want to do while he's gone?
Well, just count the money.
Okay.
But other than that, no.
Great. So in that purse of yours, you find basically 5 gems, 5 rubies. You estimate each one to be worth at least 50 GPs.
Wow. Nice.
And you find a key.
Oh, give the thief a key.
Ooh. I'm still disappointed that there are no coins.
Dude,
Um,
if you find this dude's house.
Yeah. So the key is has this marking or sigil or whatever or whatnot. It's basically the mark of House Margaster. By the looks of it, you think it maybe opens a crypt or something like that because it looks very old.
Let's become
So,
two robbers.
Probably the crypt he was talking about that got robbed by the dwarf.
Yeah.
So there's clearly nothing there to rob. But I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Great. So if you guys are basically going back to the shop, you find Jack Hins there, alone.
Alright. Alone?
Yep, seems like Jolly left the shop.
Oh. Okay, I need to go into Jolly's office.
Oh,
Hey, you can't go in there. That's
I'm
his
not
private
taking
office.
anything.
oh man.
Yeah,
You're so
I don't,
cynical,
I, don't,
man.
I do not trust you.
Okay,
Yeah,
come with
yeah.
me.
Jolly left me in charge, and I'm not letting you in.
My investigation check is 24.
Yeah, but I'm still not letting you in.
So
I'm gonna push past.
Jolly's office door is locked.
Damn it. That took.
Told you not to go in there.
I rolled a 20 for that. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna break in.
You're not like a loose cannon cop.
So
I'm
you
a bit of a loose cannon, but not
Doesn't
that.
play by the rules.
Not really. I don't play the rules now.
So you basically gear up and head straight to Nightstone?
Well, once Jolly comes back, I wouldn't want to leave his store unattended.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Jan mentioned he went to the market to pick up some supplies. He should be back soon.
Yeah. So if you're not doing anything, he's back within something like 30 minutes, half an hour, with his pack, and he unpacks it, extracts some new vials of ink, and he smiles at you and says, "Well, thank you, Jack Haynes, for watching over my story. I really appreciate it."
You're welcome.
All right. I think we should leave town.
Yeah.
Yes. And I really
Finally.
did hope that you dealt with everything at the Magister and got the city guards to the proper city guards to take care of all that assassin thing, so we don't have to deal with it.
I can certainly check with the Magister. I know where he likes to drink his wine.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh no, there is a specific tavern that he likes. It's the Wormbone Inn. I visit there sometimes. I can drop by and ask how the investigation is going on.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so basically it's noon right now, and you are expected to travel for 2 to 3 days. Going, I can show you, I think.
Come across a mysterious fog on the road. Wolves.
Wolves.
Wolves with red eyes. Look at you.
I believe it's here. There's a map on the handout here they gave us, the Storm King Planters handout. That's zoomed in when the water event's running.
Let me see if I can actually see it. A different map.
There.
Oh,
It's
the
between
opposite
Water
direction
Deep
of
and Dagger
Thornwood.
4.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, it's basically heading east across a very nice landscape. Not a very long ride. So, are you taking horses? I'm assuming you don't have any horses, right?
Yeah. How much does a horse cost?
No. So basically,
1 gem.
yeah. So basically, you can use Aline's state, not state, but how should I say it? Status in the city to procure horses just for the ride. It's not a big problem.
Excellent. Yes, horses then.
Cool.
Okay.
And see.
Great. So you head out. Any special arrangements you want to do?
I'll stick to the rear.
Okay.
I'll stick.
I'll be in the front then.
Yeah, I'll be behind, near the rear.
I wouldn't mind resting, by the way, before, because I'm out of spells for now. But I can manage.
I think we're probably arrested right after the assassination attempt.
We've only got about a half day travel, and then we can rest
Yep.
on
Okay.
the side of the. I'd rather rest outside of town than here.
Okay.
Any more nights
alright.
in Waterdeep.
So
Got it.
when
Okay.
you guys basically you deal with renting the horses and putting all your equipment and straddling up, Jack Hens, you feel someone bumping into you, and that man he smiles at you and says, "Well, I'm terribly sorry, sir."
You should watch where you're going. I say yes, I'm patting myself down to see what he stole.
So as you look down, he says, "Well, I didn't take anything, but you should really make sure the drawbridge in Nightstone stays down." And he smiles at you.
Know this man?
You don't, and he understands your confusion, and then he says, "Well, it's a formal request from Stev.
Oh,
Make sure the drawbridge stays down." And then he
I'm looking
smiles
around a bit. Yeah.
and
Any of the
leaves.
others notice? Did any of the others notice this?
So he tried to approach you while the others are walking on their horses, and the whole conversation took something like 10 seconds.
Can one of us roll perception?
I'll use your passive perception.
Yeah, that's good.
I have nothing to hide. You don't have to mistrust me and look over me and be suspicious.
So, Jenkins, do you give any signs of this conversation, or are you trying to keep it down?
I'm trying to keep it down.
Okay, so so roll something.
Yeah, what would that be?
Deception or
Stealth,
stuff?
Deception.
Yeah,
I think
deception
stealth or
sounds good.
deception. Yeah.
Yeah, the one I'm not good at. Good. Well, a 20.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah, you all saw this man bumps into Jenkins, and Jenkins said, "I'm sorry," and this guy said, "Also, I'm sorry," and they smiled to each other and parted ways. All good.
Okay.
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 I'm gonna be on.
Don't worry, I won't do it. Clearly won't do it. If the draw bit is down, it's not my fault.
So he said that you need to make sure it stays down.
Stays down, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be on high alert while we're in Waterdeep, just on edge.
Cool. So, surprisingly enough, you managed to leave town without any further incidents, and then you head east. And following the trail for basically half a day, you reach to a point. It's a small outpost that a lot of traders are using to park their horses and wagons and basically stay safe for one night. You didn't see anything special or interesting along the way. And it's evening. Do you want to stay and rest?
Lady Ellen?
What?
Lady Ellen, yeah, she's like okay with resting. What about you guys?
Sure.
Okay. Any special arrangements for the night?
I make sure to sleep up against a tree or something, holding my backpack and everything, and just in my hand and sleeping like that, with my head resting on it. And I don't have a bedroll or anything, just on the ground. Otherwise,
we're not in rooms then? We're in a camp.
Yeah, it's a camp.
I assume that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I could Can I cast Mage Armor on myself? Go to sleep and have that stay on me.
I think it's for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can.
All right, so I cast Mage Armor before I fall asleep. Then.
Okay.
So I've got a bedroll. I will donate my bedroll to Jack in there and sleep under my horse blanket on my saddle, but close to Lady Ellen with my short sword in my hand.
What are you up to? What are you trying to do here? Offering me your bedroll? You're just trying. You just want my backpack. No, I don't need your bedroll.
I'll just walk away and leave it there.
Oh, dude, I'll take your bedroll.
Do you not have one?
No.
Oh shit! I take it back from Jack and give it to you.
All right.
Yeah, always trying to steal my stuff. I knew it. Damn city guards. Bunch of thieves in uniform.
Yeah, that's right. If Lady Ellen doesn't have one, then yeah. And then I want to sleep close by, like I said.
Okay.
And which would maybe take turns keeping watch also.
No problem. Anything else? Cool. Okay, so the night goes by with no further incident. So you gear up and head again east on your horses. Basically, the weather it's not very cold, but it's not warm in any way. The road is muddy sometimes, but other than that, you don't have any issues traveling. During what appears to be noon, you do see across the road. So if you're heading east, you see it on the south, basically south of the road. You see something that looks like a dig site. Someone had dug up a copious amount of mud and sand, but you don't see anyone there. It's not very far from from the trail. Something like I don't know, 80 feet.
Is it a large hole?
Yeah, a very large hole.
I want to go
big
check
enough-
that out.
Yeah.
Big enough to put a wagon in, or big enough to put an army in?
Wagon, probably.
Okay.
A small dragon. If Forgar goes, Eileen is like, yeah, let's go check it out while everybody's like taking a piss or whatever.
Okay. So you two approach this this dig site, and indeed, quickly enough, you do realize that someone, or probably a lot of someones, because you see a lot of tiny footprints all around the dig site, had dug up something really, really big from the ground, but you're not sure what. I need you both to make perception rolls.
$13.
4. Critical fail for me.
Okay, so Aline, you basically look up and down, and all you see is mud. But Forgar, you do think that you can maybe identify the form of a hand, like this huge, huge, huge hand, kind of embedded in the mud. So whatever, whoever dug out from the mud, it was. You can imagine a giant gauntlet or something like that, but epic proportions, something really, really big.
Oh,
I don't like this at all.
You mentioned this to Eileen?
Definitely. I'll point it out and be like, I see you're not noticing anything.
She's like, she's clearly impacted by this finding. I don't even know if she's had the chance to look into more of the giants, the threatening the area. But she finds this very jarring, and she says, "We need to tell the group."
Hey, come check this out.
Yeah, we just turn around and like,
Use the fawns. Hey, you guys.
"Hey, you guys!"
What is it?
what
Found
did you
this
find?
big ass handprint
Mhm.
coming. It looks like that's something they got dug out from over there.
Well, if that was the case, there would be big ass footprints around here as well. That should be easy to track. I'm gonna look at Forgar and Zunis, because you guys seem like the most naturalized of us.
Zunis can do this
Yeah.
for us. Probably. I say out loud.
What are we thinking? Like, if I were to look for some kind of nature?
So if
Survival?
you spend
Survival.
more time there, you should probably do an investigation check as you take the time to.
Hang on, who's doing the investigation check?
I can do that.
I'll do
My-
it.
My investigation is 4. Do you need? Is it going to be investigation?
Yeah, investigation
survival.
should be good.
Mine's 4.
Mine is
Right.
plus 6.
Wait, somebody
6?
wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's get Mr. Renard to do it.
I want to give you guys like a Bardric inspiration. I haven't done
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yet.
Yes.
So
Can you
you go-
do that
what-
on skilled checks?
yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who's rolling it? Is Eamon rolling it?
No, Mr. Renard. I can help him, but
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I'm helping him. I cast guidance actually.
Ooh.
nice.
So much,
A
so
D4
much pressure
and a
now,
D6.
and watch me roll a 1. So
Alright.
much pressure.
Well, add another 1d6 to that.
Yes. Oh yeah, I don't need it, but yeah, I'll add it. A D4 and a D6. So that's 30.
Ooh.
And wait, it's even more. It's a
So,
guidance
yeah, so-
also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
it's
that's
another D4.
guidance is the D4.
So you
Okay.
find a piece of dung, and then you kind of lift it and a goblin. She was pregnant, but not from her husband. Okay, so you basically go down on your knees and look at every stone and footprint, and you manage to learn that obviously the dig site was surrounded by a lot of creatures. Some of them were indeed larger than the others, but the larger creatures were basically at the farther from the pit itself, and around the pit you think that like a ton of goblins were pushing and pulling and working with pulleys. You can definitely see the marking where they stuck it in the mud. So you think that there was this huge operation here to excavate and pull out this immensely sized gauntlet from the ground.
And I'll relay that to the others, of course. Does it seem like they were taking it towards the trail to move it somewhere else, or?
So after looking
often.
for a place where they actually carried it and walked with it, you don't find any evidence for that. The tracks simply disappear after heading just a little bit to the north, closer to the trail.
Okay. And there were some larger footprints also, you said, like giant size?
Yes.
Further away?
Yep.
Yes, so, well, clearly, the giants came down the Cloud Castle, had a lot of goblins working for them to dig this out, while they just stayed there and supervised everything.
All right. Well,
Yes.
And this-
Giants lives in the cloud, right? Isn't that a thing?
Lady Ellen, I think we're wasting our time here. This clearly has nothing to do with your invitation to Lady Valarosa.
No, it's probably more important, actually. So
Yeah.
there we have no leading tracks to anywhere.
No.
Not that you see. The goblins basically seem to have scattered, and you know that these hills and grasslands are filled with them. They're like pests. So they basically scattered, but definitely the giant tracks are gone.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how long ago this happened?
So, Jenkins, you believe it happened something like I don't know, a week ago?
Yes. And if we want to track them, I look up. I think we need some magic beans. Anybody have magic beans?
Nope. A lot of
Regular
those.
ass beans, sorry.
There could be anywhere at this point. So
Yeah.
Yeah. up in
Let's
the
make
clouds.
known and continue on.
Yeah, we'll have to kill a giant another day.
Okay. So you leave this strange sight behind you as you head further to the east. So comes the night. Nothing special happens there, unless you want to do something or. say something.
Again, I'll just be sleeping with all my stuff in my arms.
Okay,
Mage armor, fall asleep.
great.
I'll just play you guys a nice tune with my lute to ease your sleep.
great.
Sick.
This is luxury. I'm not used to this. Muddy ground. It's delicious. Instead of that dirty alleyway I used to sleep in. It's nice, soft ground here.
You should try this bedroll, man.
No, I'm not going to try his bedroll.
Cool. So basically, you get up, gear up again, and head east, and the trail just curls to the north. And after following the trail for a while, you definitely hear the ringing of a bell, like a church bell, dong, dong, dong. But the problem is that it doesn't stop, and this sound grows louder and louder as Nightstone come into view. Now, what you see is a very small settlement with a river flowing around it, and so the river that flows around it is, forming something that looks like a moat around the settlement, and the village itself is contained within a wooden fence, like made of sturdy oak logs that are pointed at the top
Sharpened?
end. Sharpened, yeah, thanks. So you can see small buildings and their rooftops, and immediately you can sense that something is wrong. Some of the rooftops seems like something like a huge stone or something like that punched through the roof. You don't see anyone on the battlements or at one of the 5 watchtowers that are spread around the village. They all look empty. The drawbridge is down, but you don't see any soldiers there. So basically, other than the ringing bell, you hear no signs, or you see no signs of activity. Now, the small village is connected with a bridge that is now broken, and it collapsed basically into the moat. So the village is connected into a small flat-topped hill that on top of it stands a keep, and the keep is partially ruined. Obviously, a big stone hit it just on the head. So,
Can we see where the ringing bell might be coming from? Do we think it's coming from the keep, or is there like a church?
so let me see if I can.
The map is completely black.
Yep, I know.
Fog of war.
Okay.
This will take some time. Yeah, let's say that you see. Okay. Something like that. Make sense? So you come from this place. Again, it doesn't. You come from here.
Down
Yep.
here.
Makes sense. And all you can see is the road. You can see the drawbridge here, and the partially collapsed keep down here. Okay.
Well, it doesn't look good here.
Yeah, and
Well,
I think
nobody seems to be home. Let's go.
I can give you this side view. Okay. So this is how it looks as you
cool.
as you walk the road. So the village is connected with this bridge that has crumbled and fallen into the boat. And indeed you see that the roofs are they look like they've been punched through.
Okay.
Dang,
Alright.
dang,
The draw.
As we notice that there's probably trouble, Eileen begins to pick up the pace of her horse.
And where exactly is the bell ringing?
Yeah.
Is it from like a temple in the city, or is it coming from the castle itself, from the keep itself?
So the bell sounds from around here. Oh, this is annoying. It comes from here, the ring. Bang,
Oh, okay.
bang,
All
bang.
right, then let's ride.
Do we see a quick look around? Do you see anything that might be throwing these rocks?
So roll your perception. You can all roll, as you are all very wary and looking around.
Natural
22.
20.
Okay.
That's 21.
15.
Okay.
Gonna
So
be my best roll of this whole game.
So you definitely see huge rocks that are scattered across this area, even on the trail that leads to Nightstone itself, and you can see rocks that have crashed on one of the watchtowers. Let's say, so this, like here, right?
Can you do the
Yeah.
control click or whatever that drags us to?
Yeah. So here you
Okay.
can see one of the rock that has punched through a watchtower and destroyed it, basically. So yeah, you do see rocks. There are something like 15 feet in diameter, so pretty big and very, very heavy. So they make this big dent on the dirt, on the muddy road where they fell. So parts of it obviously fell inside the village, and some of it are scattered around.
And just to be clear, we're not seeing the signs of like an invading army or where they would have had set up catapults. Like
No,
those things leave evidence.
Nothing.
Okay, this is very strange for me.
Ding,
I'm
ding.
gonna gallop my horse into town.
Killed by a rock.
Yep.
15
Wish.
feet in diameter. Those little pebbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are massive.
Okay.
Wow. It's like
So-
as big as my car.
So
Bigger.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you all ride to the drawbridge, or
Reluctantly, yes.
reluctantly.
This does not look like a good party. Are we sure this is where that invitation said to be?
Okay.
Yeah, but wrong address.
Oh, sorry, guys. We'll
Yeah.
keep going.
It's
Yeah.
Nightstone over at a different state. Not this Nightstone.
So when you reach the moat, not the moat, yeah, the moat and the drawbridge, and you stand about this place, you can have this clearer view into the town, and you see basically this courtyard that is littered with fallen rocks, and in the middle of this courtyard you immediately see two interesting things. The first is a group of something that looks like huge wolves or dogs. They fight over a corpse, a humanoid corpse, but you cannot identify it in this area. So they basically growl and pull parts of it and eat its meat. So you see three huge dogs, and when I'm talking about huge, it's like horse-sized dogs.
Whoa.
Yeah, and in the middle of the courtyard, you see a very big hole in the ground. It kind of reminds you the hole that you saw on the road. But you don't see a lot of dirt around it, so nothing was dug out. But again, you see this very big hole.
I'm getting off my horse. I don't want to be
Yeah.
thrown from my horse when it goes into a panic because of those huge
Good idea.
Ditto.
dogs
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Dismount.
Okay.
I want to ride into the gates first and then dismount. So my horse is in the town, not out of town.
Okay, so you have a feeling though that once your horse's hooves hit the drawbridge, the noise will probably alert those dogs who are, fighting over food in the courtyard.
They look like natural creatures, like just dire wolves kind of thing. Like
You think
Not-
so, yeah.
natural, but yeah.
No, you
So
think,
one-
yeah.
I'm hoping they might be afraid of us on our horses.
But they're as
Well,
big as
there's-
the horses.
Yeah, they are as big as the horses.
Yeah, but there are six of us. How many of them are
They're
there?
fighting over
Three.
food.
Maybe we should just let them fight over the food, I say as I get
Yeah.
my bow out.
Yeah, I'm also going to pull my bow, but that might be evidence.
Well,
Well,
let's
then go tell them that they shouldn't disturb the crime scene and see how that goes.
Okay. Forgar, let's go.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'll back you up.
Okay, so
So
yeah, I'm listening.
I leave my horse outside by the tree.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
with you on leaving my horse
same.
there.
and I sneak.
Yep,
You know,
that's what I want to do. I
Getting
do
ready
a
for
stealth
battle.
roll. No,
Okay.
I sneak into the city actually. I
Oh,
don't know
sure,
what
sure.
you guys are doing.
So
I'm walking in the front door.
So Forgar and Eamon are simply walking their horses, straight into the square. Okay.
Sure.
Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What? Amen?
I'm gonna have an arrow knocked, not drawn, but knocked.
Okay. Jenkins?
I'm off my horse and slowly and quietly walking in behind them. Way behind them.
Quick.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be about 100 feet behind them.
Great.
Maybe 50 feet behind them. From me.
Ellen?
It's you and me.
I'm with Sunis, who's sneaking in.
I wanted to sneak, but if those guys aren't sneaking, then I don't want to seem like a coward, so I'm actually the first one to go in.
I love it.
Sunis appears.
Okay.
Okay. So what's Ellen doing?
So I'm walking. I'm not sneaking behind these three fools. You know,
Which three fools? Please be specific here.
Forgar, Amen, and Sunis.
Okay, so whoever is sneaking, make a stealth check. The rest of you are simply headed straight into the court, and basically immediately after you pass the first stone, which is located right after the southern watchtower, those three huge dogs, basically like one, focus their red eyes on you and
Gonna yell at them like they're dogs to get out of here.
You're gonna have to be more assertive than that.
But I'm
okay.
Dropping the reins on my horse and pulling back on my bow.
Okay. So these dogs hear your shout, and the bell ringing is basically drowning every other noise. You're not sure if they heard or not, but what you can immediately understand is that they didn't like the way that you entered their territory, and therefore all three of them lunge at you. And you can see that their big claws are basically lifting the stones, the flagstones that are paving this courtyard, due to their force. So, while this happens, Jenkins, do you do anything with the drawbridge mechanism?
Well, I assume I can't see it yet. But I will be seeking cover in those drawbridge houses. Not to do anything to the mechanism. I'll just be seeking cover there.
Okay. So everybody,
and I'm moving stealthily. They're rolling a 1, so it's a 6.
Super stealthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just hiding over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll initiative.
Awesome.
Okay.
2.
I got a 14.
Wait. Quarian 14. And Zunis with 2.
4.
4 for Amen.
9.
9 for Jenkins.
10.
10 for Forgar. And
4 for Ellen.
4 for.
Man, we did really bad on the initiative.
Okay.
It's not about who comes first. It's about who being last.
Great. Okay. So, after your shriek, and just before you manage to do anything else, those very, very, very fast reacting wolves basically are at you. It's like, get out of here, and then they're on top of you already. And they're fast enough to actually reach you, which is interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
How far did they go?
You think they moved something like 50 feet.
Faster than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Forgar and Eamon at the, leading the group. So you each will get one of these wolves trying to bite you. So Forgar, what is your AC?
17.
17. So one of them jumps high to grab you. You manage to elbow it back into the earth. So yeah, he doesn't actually bite you. And Eamon?
Yes.
AC?
16.
16. So one of the wolves jumps at you, but you manage to sidestep and avoid its attack. And the third one also tries to bite down Forgar, but this time it manages to grab you.
Alright.
So you are hit for this is 7 points of damage.
That hurts. That hurts a lot. Yeah.
Now I needed to make a strength saving throw as this wolf tried to pull you down, where it can treat you the same way it treated its previous prey.
8.
8. So you are knocked prone by this creature. Okay.
Right on.
Yeah. But you're not grappled, just prone.
Right on.
Yep. Quarian.
Oh, okay, so I'm about 100 feet away from them, right?
Yep.
Let me just check the map for a minute. So that puts me around.
Wait, I'm not.
I don't know how do I point here, but
Push and hold.
push, shift and hold.
Oh, just left click and hold left click.
But you
Yeah,
have
so-
to be on the select move tool.
Over here.
So we're not
Over here?
counting square, but yeah, you're probably just around the drawbridge, with the rest of the group in the middle way between the watchtowers and the hole in the ground.
Okay. Just a minute, I need to check one of the spells that I want to cast on them.
Okay. So in this case, Forgar, get ready. Jack hands. is
Okay.
up.
I'm ready.
I'm going to I'm going to run. And I need to get about 40 feet forward.
Mhm.
So I'm going to run and I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
If that's what I can do. So I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one that just caught Forgar.
Okay.
And what he needs to do, he takes 3d6. Oh, he needs to do like a Wisdom saving throw with a spell DC of 13.
Which he failed.
Okay, so he takes 3d6 psychic damage,
Okay.
which got me like 7.
7.
And yep.
Okay.
And now he must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows him away from me.
Okay.
Nice.
And he gets attacks of opportunity while doing so.
Okay. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this creature is basically howling, in a high-pitched tone, as it tries to basically back off. But I'm guessing his movement, he will do it on his turn, right?
Oh,
Falls down
reaction,
the hole,
so
right?
it's right away.
No.
Yeah.
It's right now.
Oh, right
now.
now? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Forgar.
And then do I get an attack of opportunity as he gets off me and flees?
Yeah, why not?
Right on.
Are
Might
Or
have
Zu-
disadvantage actually because you're prone.
Zunis and I beside them as well? So would we get the attack?
Yeah.
Can I make an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity with my bow?
I think it's a simple melee attack, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it has to be a melee. And yeah,
Then
you
I'm-
sadly have disadvantage if you're prone on attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try and kick it at least. All right.
So I don't see that you get a disadvantage because you're prone.
Uh,
Okay.
An attacker that is prone have disadvantage under condition.
The creature has disadvantage on
Advantage
attack
on
rolls.
attack rolls.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
All right. Disadvantage. I'm still gonna nail this. Yes,
job.
I am.
Ooh,
That's does 23 hit.
Yeah, obviously. Of course. I hope so.
nice. If it
Yeah,
didn't,
right.
then I would be out of here.
Yeah, we run.
Run.
Yeah.
All right, that does with my war pick there 9 damage
Okay,
for
great.
that opportunity attack.
Awesome.
And then I guess on my turn I get up.
Zunis,
yeah.
Zunis still has an
Zunis is
opportunity attack.
first.
So,
No, I rolled it. Didn't
Yeah.
get it though.
Eamon, what about
Okay.
you?
I missed.
You missed. Okay. So this huge wolf with a gashing wound on its side is basically running back toward the. You know what? It actually runs back to this building over here. Okay. This one.
We can.
There we
it is.
go.
Oh, okay.
Great.
So
Forgot.
you did psychic damage. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we've done 20. Okay.
Great. Forgar, what do you do?
So the one fleet off
Yeah.
up north there. The other 2 wolves are on top of us.
Basically.
Still?
yes. Yeah, in melee
Cool.
range.
Then I'm going to attack one of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to miss unless a 7 hits.
Nope, 7 doesn't. Okay, so you swing hard, but your attack goes too far. Anything else? Assuming you get up on your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I back out, are they going to get an opportunity attack?
Yep.
Are they that close? Yeah. And I think I'm just going to hold my ground here.
Okay. Great. Jack Hins, when you search for refuge in the West Towers, you basically, well, they are hollowed out. They have an internal staircase that leads to the second floor, and there's a trap door on the ceiling that can lead probably to the roof. But the only mechanism you see there, or in those towers, is actually the winch mechanism that 2 people can operate to lower or raise the drawbridge. So, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to shoot an arrow at the one next to Forgar, since he seems to be the one that was hurt.
Okay. So it's quite far. I mean, if he ran his movement, so it's 50 feet.
Not the one that ran away.
Oh,
The
okay.
one that's
yeah.
still next to him.
Yeah, you can definitely hit that.
13.
A 13 exactly hits. Yep.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Then it's 10 points of damage in all with the sneak attack.
Okay.
Nice.
And just looking over the mechanism, did somebody already sabotage it?
No. They seem.
Well,
Yep.
Did somebody already sabotage it in like 2 seconds?
What?
Really quickly.
Oh yeah, really and quickly you can definitely stick, a knife in the wrong place and render it, useless. So this drawbridge will stay down if you want it to.
That's really unfortunate that somebody already did that.
Okay.
So yes, that's my turn.
Okay. Eamon.
So who's after me? There's Zunis, you're after me, right?
Yep.
No,
I
I
think
think I'm
I-
after you. I have 4 on the.
Well, sorry, anybody who's after me, both of you. Yes.
So
Yeah, I'm
Zunis and Eileen.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you use the rule if I'm in melee and I shoot my bow that gets an attack of opportunity on me,
No.
or I have disadvantage?
You have disadvantage, I believe. It's the rule. Pretty sure it's disadvantage if you're on melee.
It's usually it's disadvantage is what the player's handbook says.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to shoot at the one that's on Zunis then, and I'm going to try a trip attack on it.
Okay.
So 14.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it has to make a trip attack. Is I'm assuming a dex save.
Dex save?
No, strength saving throw
Okay.
versus DC 13.
Okay, so you try to trip it, but its powerful legs fail critically, and yeah, you manage to trip it quite
Okay,
easily.
it takes 7 damage.
Yeah, so think about a dog that loses grip on ground with all 4 legs. So how much damage?
7.
So are you attacking the same one that Jack Hines just hit with his bow?
I don't know. I'm attacking the one in front of Zunis.
Okay, so that's the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 damage and tripped. So I'm guessing it's prone, right?
It's
Yeah.
prone. Yes.
Okay. Great. Anything else?
Nope.
Great. So Eileen,
How much damage did you do, Jakar? Or Jakin?
I did 10.
right? So
I'm gonna shoot that
Eileen,
one, the one he shot.
you have one of these dogs heading north to one of the buildings. He seems pretty beat up. You have one that Jack Hines hit with his bow, and this arrow is sticking out of its body, and one that Eamon just tripped down. This one is in front of Zunis.
Okay, I wanna, if I can reach without getting myself into melee or close to melee with these beasts, hit the guy that's far away who's the most beat up, then yeah, I would.
Okay. Do note that if you try to hit the prone wolf, you will get an advantage.
Only if you're next to it.
Yeah. So you'll need to close in for melee range to get the advantage.
Oh, I'm not gonna melee. I'm a
Okay.
sorceress.
Great.
I'm gonna witch bolt the one that's far away, the one that's most beat up.
Shoot.
So that is a level 1 cast. And lightning.
Don't you have a to hit on that? Or
Energy.
something?
Attack roll,
I hit
something
the
like
target.
that.
Yeah, attack roll or save.
Yeah, I got a 10 on it, didn't I? Or is
This
that
is damage.
I think that's just damage, yeah.
didn't roll
yeah,
it correctly
damage.
or something?
It did not roll the to hit, no. And I'm
Right.
pretty sure which bolt is a to hit on the first round, and then you can
Yeah.
sustain it, yeah. So just roll a d20 and add, roll 5, I think, depending on your modifier.
Yeah, it's 5. 13.
Yeah, 13 definitely hits. So 10 damage. You basically blast it, and so you basically kill it, and the force of the impact sent it flying and crashing into the door of the building. The door just explodes inward, and the creature vanishes just behind it. Now, when the creature disappears there, 2 seconds after that, you see a head peeking out with a helmet, like World War II helmet. So you see this tiny goblin with a helmet covering one of his eyes, and he's looking out like this. And then it watches you doing like this, and flees back into the building.
Damn right it should.
Okay, Zunis, what do you do?
So as a druid who has read like books on animals and stuff,
Yep.
because we don't really have a lot of animals underwater.
Mhm.
So have I ever read anything about these creatures?
So they look like these.
Org.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Good.
So yeah, from your books, you probably think it's a Chihuahua.
Some kind of dog.
Yeah,
thing.
like really angry dogs that snarls and wants to bite. It must be a Chihuahua.
Can I cast spells in melee in this edition?
Yeah.
Or does anything happen? Okay, if I can, then I'm gonna cast Ice Knife on the one that's in front of me.
Okay. The one that
one
is tripped.
lying down. Yes.
The one that's tripped, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And you do have advantage on that
Yeah.
attack. Normally
You
you would
have
have
advantage.
disadvantage since it's a ranged attack, but since it's down, you have advantage.
20.
But I think
one sec.
you'll catch Aemon with it also. If I'm reading the spell correctly. So the target and
Don't
each
hurt me.
creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice exploded.
Oh yeah, you hit yourself also.
Oh yeah. The target at each creature I must succeed on this go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to roll well on the
Okay, so
dexterity saves.
Oh, you jerk! I just kept it for you.
Don't worry, I'll save you. And then boom, and then it just blows everybody up.
yeah, so I mean the warg failed it too. So
Okay.
I got a 14 on my save.
So he takes 9 in total, and a 14 makes the save. The DC is 12.
Okay.
So yeah, the ice. What is it? An ice shard?
Yep, it's
Okay.
like a big ice shard.
Okay. So the ice shard hits the warg and poof, explodes, and then. Okay. So
I made the save.
great. So
9
now,
damage.
so you had, so you need to deal damage twice, right? One
Yeah,
for
he did.
hitting it.
I did.
So
3
how much?
damage for
9.
hitting it,
Okay.
and then another 6 for the explosion.
Cool.
Great.
I'm sensing a theme here with magic hitting friendlies.
Okay.
So
Amen.
did the other warg take the explosion damage?
I think
That's
so.
beside me.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
totally worth it.
So yeah, this ice shot poof, explodes and shrapnels engulf all of you, but you manage to basically avert the most of it, while the wargs, basically large and heavy, doesn't, and they both take full damage. Cool.
Cool.
At this point, the one that is prone basically moves to stand up and tries to bite Aemon once more. I need to check this. What is your AC?
16.
So he misses again, and the other one will try to drag down Zunis, right? Because you're close to him. AC doesn't matter. He tries and fails to grab you. Great.
Awesome.
Quillian.
Okay. So where are they and where am I right now? I was about 60 feet from them. Where are they exactly though?
Around here.
Okay. So I'm probably standing around somewhere around here.
Okay. I didn't see any
Ah.
mark, but
I'm trying.
that's fine. So you keep your distance.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to cast another spell. This time it's going to be a cantrip. That's vicious mockery, just to annoy them a bit.
Okay.
I curse them, and if I'm guessing that they can hear me. They need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Okay, they don't. I mean, they don't need to understand you or something like that, right?
No, they just
Okay.
need to hear me.
So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Both of
13.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just one of them.
Okay.
One of them.
So 13. Wait. Wisdom. Ah, it doesn't have any modifier. Okay. So no, he didn't make it.
Okay, so he gets 4 damage, and he's gonna have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay. Cool. So it shakes its head and whimpers a little bit as this spell basically attack its mind. Great. Anything else? If not, then it's Forgar's turn.
No, it's 4 guys then.
Alright. So there's still 2 by me, right?
Yes. One of them
I'm
looks
gonna-
pretty beat up. The other one with the bow sticking out of it looks better.
I'm gonna go for the one that's looking pretty beat up.
Okay, yeah, so he's distracted from the noise in its mind.
Right on. That's 22.
Oh yeah.
Does nice. 11 damage.
Oh yeah, so with 11 damage you put him down for good.
Cool.
Great. Jackins.
Yes. I assume there's arrow slits up in this guard tower.
Yep.
And could I make it up there
Sure.
on my normal move? Yeah, then I'm climbing up
yep.
there.
Yeah,
Assuming
20 feet
the
tall, no problem.
assuming it isn't like locked or anything.
No,
when I
the trapdoor is
yeah.
open and
Yeah.
you find yourself
Yep.
up.
Good. Then I'll shoot down at the last little doggy there.
Okay.
22 to hit, 7 points of damage with the sneak attack.
7 points. So another arrow sticks out of this creature's hide. It shrieks in pain, but it's still on its feet. Awesome. Eamon.
So the one in front of me has 2 arrows in it, and the third one is still run away.
Oh, that died.
So
It's
you,
got a
you
witch
have
bow.
2 dead. One
Oh,
of
right,
them's-
the witch bolt killed it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got a kill.
Okay, then I'm just gonna switch hands with my bow, draw my short sword, and attack it.
Great.
23,
Hits.
9 damage.
So you kill it. The head is parted from its shoulders with your blade. Yep. The bell continues to ring after the dogs stop their barking and snarling, but the bell is still there. Dun, dun,
As soon as
dun.
combat is over, I say I saw a goblin in that one house. Let's-
And the goblin's not where the bell is, right?
We don't know where that bell is.
The bell is ringing. Wait.
I assume from right up here.
Yeah,
Seems to be
exactly.
a graveyard here.
Exactly.
So that's probably a church.
And then I
Can we
pushed
see
the
it?
wolf into here, didn't I?
Nope.
No, it was this
The other
building.
one.
Oh. Well, I point at that building and I say, saw a goblin poke its head out in there.
So now you
There
have. You're able to see the whole courtyard. Yeah. So basically, what you see is that this. Right. So this indeed looks like a church. This building has, now that you have some time to look around, it has a sign that marks it as the Nightstone Inn. And you see it's probably the biggest structure in town. This house here is well, it looks like a stable or something like that. And this one here has another sign that marks it as the Lion Coaster Trading Post. All the other houses are unmarked.
So I'm just
Soon as
gonna
Ooh.
say that there might be survivors in the church.
Yeah, and obviously you now have a better view to the keep down south.
From
I'm
my
gonna
viewpoint-
lay a hands on myself and heal because I am hurting.
touch yourself on your own time, not in the middle of
Come on.
From up in the watchtower, can I see anybody living, moving around here? Dogs, people, goblins.
So you do see a small pig running around
Shoot it.
around
Bacon.
around here.
Okay.
But other than that,
Well.
you don't see any anyone moving around. Dang,
Well.
dang.
And I'll come down and rejoin the others and say, yeah, let's go into the church. There must be
Don't you
someone
want
alive
it
in there.
Don't you want to take care of the goblin in the building to the east?
It's
Yes.
the inn.
There's
Yeah.
clearly people in the church.
Yeah.
That helps.
I agree with him.
All right.
Like, something's wrong. Pigs are flying. I look over the pig. Oh, it's flying?
It's a giant got a hold of it.
Hopefully not.
Okay, so who's going to make the charge?
We're not charging. We're going up and like knocking. On the
For
church.
more?
I'm
I'll
going
do
up
it.
and knocking on the church.
Yeah,
I'll,
I'm in the front again.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
I'll
here to
cover
help.
them with my bow.
Anybody wants a Bardric inspiration?
Don't need
Sure.
Okay,
I'll
so
take it.
this
I'll
is
give one to you.
so as you knock on the door. So just when you approach it, you see that it's basically a wooden temple, and according to the way the stained glass windows are decorated, it's dedicated to the goddess of forest. Her name is Miliki. So it has this slender tower with the bell inside, and you can see the rope that is connected to the bell that is constantly being pushed with which makes the whole this whole ringing noise, drowning any other noise in the vicinity of this place. The door is ajar, and you can definitely see sunlight pouring from the stained windows into the middle of this temple, but you need to peek inside to see what's going on. So do you still knock the door?
Yes.
I opened the door.
Yeah.
Forgar, isn't Maliki your goddess?
Yeah, I'm totally into this church.
Okay.
I'm a bit worried now. Maybe I should let someone else go in first.
I barge in first. I open the door and I'm like, fear not, you are all safe.
Okay, so you barge in the building and say, "Fear not, you're all safe." And you look right and left, and what you see is to the left, you can see benches that are set in this temple, and the light is all over them. The walls are covered with all kinds of symbols of Miliki, which are unicorns and forests and trees. And on the southern wall, you can see a rope that is used to basically ring the bell, and there are two goblins kind of clutching the rope and playing like bing, bing, and they seem very, very happy. And when you barge in and say you're all safe, they kind of look at you, and again they have those helmets that are slanted, and they look at you like this, ding, 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 and they're not sure what to make of your statement.
I don't think we're sure what to make of that.
And one of them just shouts at you, "We're all fine here." Bing, bing.
I would like to shoot one of them.
Make an attack roll.
Savagery.
Yes. That's 22, but just 4 points of damage since unless you give me advantage,
Why should I give you advantage?
Yeah.
because they are surprised and
Surprised.
clearly
Okay.
distracted.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. Actually, yeah, they didn't see it coming, obviously. But with your 4, so you basically pull on and hit it squarely between its eyes. So poof, it just flies out, smacks on the western wall, with the other one kind of looking down at his friend's corpse, and then he looks at you, and then he does this, and climbs the rope really fast.
How
Come on,
rude.
man. Now you're gonna have to
Like-
clean this church up. Look at the blood you left.
They're giving me a headache with all that ringing.
I didn't say they shouldn't stop.
So I'm outside. Do I see him climb up to the bell?
So he climbs up to the bell, and then as he reaches down, he basically draws out this very short bow, nocks an arrow, and
So seeing as I was covering them, I likely had an arrow notched and ready.
Okay.
Can I shoot him as soon as I see him?
yes.
Also firebolt.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he like really close to the bell right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swing it.
18. I rolled an 18.
I rolled a critical.
So you two basically
9 damage.
shoot whatever you have. Like this arrow hits it, it turns around, and then the bolt smacks him, and he flies out of the tower like pee, and falls on the floor just outside the temple, all
Yeah,
squishy.
as it goes flying. That's what you get for flipping me off. Like,
Because
He
you
flies,
know.
he flies away with his finger, still with his finger
Yeah.
like that.
Flaming birds at you.
yeah, that's so rude. Like, here we are trying to save people, and he's being rude.
Yeah. Now that the bell has stopped ringing, you actually hear doors open and close all around the village.
Like, quick, like they're being slammed, or like people are sneaking.
You're not
Now we
sure.
just alerted all the goblins that something's going on here, and they'll all charge at us. Because the bell is no
Yep.
longer ringing.
Then we should go into the guard tower.
So where do you go?
That sounds like a
What
sound
if we
plan.
light it on fire and we burn to death?
That no. Let's not burn everything. I'm gonna yell out to the guard tower, and I'm gonna run over to the guard tower.
The one that near the drawbridge?
Yeah, the one that Mr. Rennar was in.
Okay. So you all barge out of this temple, and as you do, you can see basically helmets wearing goblins looking out of doorways and windows, and they kind of look confused as you all rush from the temple to the guard tower. And then one of them shrieks, "Briak!" And then they all like ants out of their nest, kind of pour out of buildings and doors and windows, and basically running to face
Kill
you.
us.
So I need another initiative roll from all of you.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Ooh,
I got an 18.
ooh. I got a
17 for me.
yeah, and I got a 4 with my +3 modifier, which is yeah.
That's what I did last time too.
4 for Jenkins.
Yes.
11 for
22.
Eileen.
Wait, 22 was who?
Amen.
Amen. 22. Okay.
I got a 2.
Is that a modified too? Like,
And Eileen?
Yeah. -1.
11.
11. Okay. So, Eamon, you were obviously alerted more than anyone else. What do you do?
I'm gonna. Do I think we have time to run into the tower?
You think they'll be shooting at you, as most of them brandish. I mean, some of them brandish scimitars, but the others are knocking arrows. So you can expect a barge of.
Yeah, so I'm going to run into the tower. It has a door on it, right? Like a big wooden door. And then I want to get ready to close it, and I'm looking to see if there's like a bar for it or something like that, somehow that I can keep them out.
Okay, so you run into the temple, open into the
tower.
The tower, open the door, turn around, and then you can see, something like 15 goblins lash out with a volley of arrows, and you can see your friends kind of like just running.
Not much I can do.
You can close the door.
Yeah. I'll
us
certainly
out.
take 3/4 cover behind it, but.
Okay. So, let's say 2 arrows for Eamon. Your AC?
16 plus 3/4 cover.
16. So, 1 arrow just sticks in the door. The other one clanks on the wall just next to you. Quarian, AC? Ooh, doesn't matter. But I need your AC still for the second arrow.
13.
13. So 2 arrows slam into you. Chip, chip.
Ouch.
For 8 points of damage.
Ouch.
Zunis, AC?
12.
12. So 1 arrow hits. The other one also hits. So for Zunis, this is 8 points of damage as well. And now we had 6 arrows. Eileen, AC? Oh, that doesn't matter. You managed to, as you run, one of the arrows just buzzing next to your ear, and you slap it away.
Yeah, fuck that arrow.
Yeah. But the other one hits you for 8 points of damage.
God, thank God for those temporary hit points, man.
Oh, that was days ago.
Yeah, Jenkins.
Oh, that was days ago? Well, then I'm dead. Go down.
AC is 14.
Okay, so you managed to zap one badly aimed arrow, but the other one hits you. Oh, that's much better. For 4 damage. Forgar, your AC?
17.
17. So 1 arrow for you, and that's 4 points of damage. So tip, 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 tip. The rest of the goblins are trying to reach to you with their swords, but they don't quite make it yet.
I face plant into the ground.
Okay.
Because I have 0 health.
You kind of.
Over.
Yep. One shot. Ellen, that's what they call it.
Just turn into water again, and they won't shoot at you.
Okay, Quarian, what do you do? You hear Eileen. Oh no, it wasn't like that, right? It was probably like a barbarian.
No, it was.
Avenge me!
It was that one like famous screech that you hear in movies all the time.
Okay. And Eamon, you definitely saw this because you were facing your.
Wilhelm scream.
Okay. How far can I make to the watchtower?
Yeah, you can all make to the watchtower.
Can they make it if they're dragging Ellen?
Let's say that the strength check will clear that out.
Anybody who's strong here? Because I'm definitely not going to pass one.
Fogger is strong as yes, I've run past him.
I'm out.
That's a proper response.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I can try and drag her.
Okay. So you. You stop for a second, and you grab her by her hair. Okay. Roll make a strength check.
15.
Yeah, with the 15, you manage to kind of drag her along the way. But that will it will take you a little bit longer to reach to the tower, but you can definitely take her with you. But that's on your turn. Zunis,
Yep.
what do you do?
I think I makes this a little bit easier and just cast Cure Wounds on Ellen.
Okay, so you stop. Yeah, roll your dice.
Cure Wounds. That is 1d8.
Yeah, so Eileen, you wake up with Zuni's hands on you, sealing
9.
the wound with his magic.
So you're full again.
So I drop and with the momentum stand up and keep going, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Bounce.
So as he, crutches and heals you, you kind of run beneath his hands. So he stays there in a healing
Oh.
position, and you
He just stands like this and I keep running.
exactly.
I just say thanks, and then as I run, I cast Mage Armor on myself and dive into that tower.
Okay. So you manage to pass through the door, but Zunis is left behind. Jackins.
Oh, am I? Can I go in as well?
Yeah,
I
you
think I can move
just
after.
no, you stopped to cast your spell. So, but you'll be at the door, not just inside of it, but just at the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm running in and as far up the ladder as I can.
Okay. Okay. Great. And Forgar.
Oh, but is this a stone or wooden building?
This one
Oh.
is made. I'll tell you. This one is made of stone.
Oh, good. Yeah, then it seems safe.
Yep.
Safer.
These are 20 feet tall, and the rooftop is with battlements, so jagged top. Okay, so you basically go inside and start to climb the ladder that leads to the trap door. No problem. Forgar, so I'm guessing you won't be dragging.
No, I'm not dragging if she's running.
Okay, so into the tower.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Just one torch, all it takes.
So, Eamon, all of your friends are inside the tower except of Zunis, who just stayed there to heal Eileen. And you watch there are something like 12 of the goblins who rush at the tower, and you think that 8 of them are about to launch another volley of arrows.
Okay. Zunis is right there at the door, though.
Yeah, just very close to it, but not inside.
Is it possible for me to pull him inside and
Yes.
slam the door shut?
Yep. But-
And then I'll...
Yep.
Go ahead.
No.
I'm assuming I won't have enough left to bar the door, so I'll just lean against it.
Right. Okay. So you pull in Zunis and close the door just in time for something like 5-6 arrows. They hit the door as you do that. But immediately after that, you can hear those goblins with their fingernails and feet as they try to climb the tower. So it's not a very high climb, and it's made of stone. And it's not hard, not
Okay.
very hard to climb. Let me see if
I'm
there
gonna
are
yell for to close the trap door, if anyone can.
Okay, so let's see how many of them manage to. So the archers, which are about 8 of them, just reach to the door, and you can hear them boom, 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 boom. They bang on it, but they are still not trying to force it open. They will probably do that on their next turn. But 4 of them are trying to climb. So let's see. First one succeeds. One of them falls after climbing 10 feet, and you can hear him wait, and then he falls on his ass. Third one, same, wait, and falls on top of his friend, and so 2 of them manage to climb up.
Guys, what do you think about a divide and conquer? Let's just open the door, let a couple of them in, and close the door back.
I agree.
Yeah, let's beat this stupid AI.
Okay, so they basically, the 2 that managed to climb up are on the roof trying to open the trap door. 2 are still at the basis of the tower, and 8 of them are basically banging at the door. Let us in, we just want to talk.
I think we should just shoot at them from the roof, to be
Those
honest.
goblins.
Yeah, but there are
I wanna
two
be a
up on the
goblin now.
roof.
Yeah, well, 2 goblins. Just 2
Yeah.
goblins.
Quarian.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna help with. Do you guys want to help with barring the doors?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the bar to bar the door, and then I'm going to run up to the roof to. Just going to be prepared to do whatever I need to do to these
Okay.
goblins.
So think about it this way: there is a staircase that leads to the second floor. It 15 feet above the ground, and then there is a wooden ladder that stands on the floor that leads to the trapdoor. And you can definitely hear the sounds of 2 goblins trying to open the trapdoor from above. And the trapdoor isn't locked in any way. There is a small handle, so you can climb the ladder and hold it in, or something like that. Or
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Can I try to bar it, sword or something like that? Or
Put front door.
So there is no locking mechanism. Nobody expected it to be under siege
Okay.
by goblins.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to grab the ladder and move it away.
Okay. So you move the ladder away. Awesome.
Just as I'm about to climb up the ladder, like, hey, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
You're on it.
Zunis, what do you do?
I think I'm gonna use my second spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Great. Anything else?
No, that's it really. Oh damn, it's just 3.
Oh,
Oh,
I think
So,
you add your spell casting ability modifier, at least according to the spell description that I see in front of me.
Yeah, I do. So it's a 3 total.
Okay.
the door that I'm holding,
Yeah.
was it barred?
No, there are no bars.
okay.
But you can definitely hold it or something like that.
Okay.
Eileen.
I want to go up where my bard friend Quarian is, and just hold a firebolt attack spell in case I see any goblins come in.
Okay, ready with a firebolt.
Yeah, as soon as they come out.
Okay. Jenkins?
Yes. Up on the second floor, can I shoot out at any goblins?
Okay, so ready.
If I can, is there like a window or something, or arrow slits
So
that I
there
can see
are
out
arrow
and
slits.
shoot?
Yeah, you can, but it's really hard to shoot straight down through the slit.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can
Yeah.
try, but with a disadvantage.
I guess I'll try that. Like, hey, we need to get up on the roof. I say, like, don't move the ladder. And yeah, shoot down at one of them.
Okay.
With a disadvantage, that's an 11.
Okay. So an 11 doesn't hit. You hear the arrow clangs on the floor. Clink, 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 clink. Okay.
Yes.
Forgar, what do you do?
so who's still down there with me?
Just me.
You are
And
just
I
you?
am not the strongest guy.
So I think that Eamon and Zunis are down.
Yeah, I'm down
Yeah.
too.
All right.
So are we trying to keep this door shut, or are we gonna let a couple of them in?
Either way, you're gonna need to help.
Cause, yeah. I was trying to decide if we were gonna do this like a pinball, where somebody opens the door and I use my shield to bat one of them towards somebody else and close the door again quickly.
Okay. Okay, so what are you doing? You're getting ready to open the door and let some of
Yeah.
them in. Okay. Cool.
I don't know, man. I think we should just shoot down on them, but
Eamon.
You said we couldn't hit him from up there.
Make a.
we're on the roof. We need to go down the roof.
So Eamon, what are you planning to do? You hold the door, and you are pretty much sure that the goblins will try to force it open.
Yeah.
So what? Do you do?
I would like to take my dagger and wedge it in between the door and the frame as hard as I can.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yeah, see, I told you, I'm very strong. 8.
8. Okay, so you plunge it as hard as possible, but at that very moment they push really, really hard. So the door kind of slams into your face, flies the dagger. The dagger flies out of its place. I need you to make another strength check to see if you can hold the door. Hold the door!
Yeah, thanks, Forgar.
I'm
18.
gonna work into
18.
these.
Okay,
yes,
let's
please.
see how do they do. But they are there are several of them, so I will give them an advantage. So, a natural 20. First
Damn
one
it,
of the game.
Forgar.
Yeah.
Rip.
Don't worry, they have a -5. I'm sure of it.
So the door kind of opens halfway because you're standing there. So it slams into you, and you see this, wall of hands and holding scimitars kind of flying around you. And let's say that, 3 of them manage to get into the tower.
Cool.
And do I close the door behind them, or is it still open?
It's currently open, partially because they are standing between the door and the wall. Okay. So they basically start to run around at the first floor, basically trying to find a way to skew you all. And they gleefully scream to their friends, "We're in! We're in! We're in!" And at this very moment, the guys that are upstairs, they try to force the trapdoor open. So, is anyone holding it, or are you all standing ready?
Just expecting them.
Okay, so the trapdoor flies open, and you can hear them screaming from above, "Bombs away!" as they jump into the room like children jumping into a pool with their knees tucked in. Which at this point probably the firebolt and the arrows meet them. So roll your attacks. Cool.
Did they get any damage for falling down?
So one of them doesn't even make it down. It is incinerated in mid-air, like bombs away, and he simply disappears from Eline's firebolt. The other one, Jenkins.
I do not have an arrow ready. I was shooting out the arrow slits.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, so the other one managed to jump down, and indeed he says something like, "Oh, too high," as he falls down. You can hear it as he probably twisted an ankle or something like that, but he's still ready. So let's say he goes to let's roll a die and say 1, 2, 3. Fair. So Eline, this goblin limping charges at you, screaming, "Briak!"
I got 15 AC right now.
Yeah, so he manages to skew you with his scimitar, and this will leave a mark. 6 damage.
Oh, thank God. 1 hit point. All right. Living on the edge.
Okay. So we have one goblin up, and most of them are downstairs, and he also starts screaming, I'm in, use the trapdoor above." So more of them are trying to climb. So we have the 2 that try to climb. They try again. One of them succeeds. The other one falls on his butt again. So we have
How
one.
much damage is the one that's folding taking,
He took...
if any?
Oh, no, he just tries and falls.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too dramatic. So, Quarian.
Okay, I cast Cure Light Wounds on myself because I'm pretty bad. And after that, I'm going to take out my sword and just hold it up, from where they're falling down, in a skewering position.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just check how much.
Okay. The goblins below that Eamon is holding scream, "Open the door!" And the one that we have 3 of them running around on the first floor. They scream, "We can't! There's a big nasty human standing and guarding it." And the guys at the out of the tower scream, "Skew him!" and they shout back, "We're trying!"
Try harder.
Yeah. Zunis, what do you do? Quarian is holding his sword.
I wanna help Eamon out, and yeah, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to kill some goblins.
Okay, so you have 3 to choose from.
Yeah, what? Just a random one.
Okay.
Spend the turn saying eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
There it is. Ah. Oh damn! I rolled 2 ones.
You were clearly not ready to fight.
That's
Magic,
scary.
man, you should stick to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
quick. Now is the time to turn into water. Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you try, but yeah, obviously you miss with your attacks. One of them looks at you, kind of amazed that you managed to actually miss it.
In a critical way.
Yeah. So he shouts at you, "You're supposed to hit me with the sharp end." Eileen.
Yeah, maybe I do actually have my spear like
Backwards.
turned around. Yeah.
You
But
stab
Take it out of
somebody
its
behind
case
you.
or something.
Eileen.
There's a goblin up here with me.
Yeah.
Is he wearing any sort of metal?
Nope, not the
Helmet.
chest. Yeah. Oh wait, you know what? I'll be no leather armor. This is it. But he is holding a scimitar, which is made of metal.
All right, I can either kill him or push him away.
Okay, you should just push him
Kill him.
away. Pass the buck.
No,
You
I'll
don't need to
kill-
kill that
I'll try to
goblin.
kill him. See if
Can you
I...
push him out?
Nope, just gonna die.
You hurl the bolt, and it kind of whizzes just in front of
I'll
its
take
face.
everybody else with me too.
Yeah. So it looks
Hit the
at,
goblin, not me.
So it hits the walls across of it, and then he looks at you and kind of, and then he starts screaming, "They have a magic lady here! Bring out Knob!"
Shit.
Bring out what?
Knob.
Knob.
No.
Call for Knob! And at this point, this is Jackhand's turn. You all hear the goblin kind of, "Oh, he said to call Knob. Call Knob, call Knob, call Knob."
Oh god.
Jackhans, your turn.
Yes, I would like to shoot that goblin in the back
Okay.
to stop him from shouting out for Knob, and also maybe saving Elin. So that's a 16 to hit,
Yes.
doing 12 points of damage.
Kill Knob. Kill. Call Knob. Call.
Kill
No,
Knob!
you said kill him.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the one up is gone. Forgar, what do you do?
Oh, I always forget you're so weak. I push you out of the way, and I try and block that door.
Okay. So you push it real hard. Make a strength check, and it will be opposed by theirs.
11?
11 actually is quite good. So you manage to to push them back, and you know that wall of hands that I mentioned. You kind of hit the door, and they get stuck, and you can hear one of them shriek, "My hand, my hand! You're crushing me!"
That's
so
the point.
you manage to hold the door. Eamon, what do you do?
So the door is partly open.
Yeah, and two of them kind of shriek, calling you to ease off the pressure.
Can I shoot? I'm going to shoot one of them through that crack in the door.
Okay,
There
yeah, do
are
that.
3 inside also.
Yeah, I know. But you guys got that, right?
We're upstairs. You're
Yeah.
downstairs. You're down there.
This
with
is
the-
more fun. 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 17, You manage to shoot him basically straight between the eyes. Damage.
For another 9 damage.
Oh yeah, so he's gone. So two of them were basically shouting for you to ease the pressure on their hands. So one of them is not shouting anymore, but the other one screams at you. No, it hurts even more. As you hold the door, and at this point, you all hear outside a ruckus, and they kind of shout, "Nob! Nob is here! Clear out the way! Nob is!" And then you hear kind of like, like something big and heavy is approaching the tower, and this huge, not huge, but very, very deep roar.
Dresses up the tower.
And I think we'll finish here, right?
Yeah. That moment when you aggro the boss.
Good point.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are all doing so well. We got this.
Yeah.
So,
No problem.
Oh, I'm
Just-
so hurt.
here's an idea to keep in mind. We need you to run up the tower and jump into the water. Or into the bridge and, like, run away from here.
Yeah. So for future camp adventures, elevated position, defended door. Jerks.
Nope.
Run in, let the weak guy hold the door. Everyone else is like, yeah, let him in. Let them all in. Why did we even go?
Yeah. Well, you should have told that to your Dragonborn companion too.
I did, in fact, actually tell him.
Yes, I know.
I ignored
He
you.
should have listened.
I was ready to start killing some goblins.
Yeah, so was I. Tactically.
Yeah. And why didn't you just open the door and do your lightning breath then?
That would have been way smarter.
Yes.
Someone forgot they have lightning breath.
A little bit. Just a little.
It's why do I get the feeling that we are having a campaign post-mortem right here and now?
This is good, I like this.
Also, and Mr. Paladin, next time detect evil. Damn it. Before we go in.
Yeah. Let's all pass the blame around. Who's turning it now?
Blame it on
Just the
me.
paladin.
That seems to
Just
be
the
what
paladin.
it is.
I'll never blame Miss Ellen.
Hmm.
No, she's way too special, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
And it's not detect evil. It's just
I know. Fae, fiends.
Detect bad
Yeah.
manners or something like
yeah.
And this is definitely not the cute little kid's fault that he stopped the bells that was masking all our sounds.
Yeah.
No.
Should have never killed those goblins
Yeah,
ringing the
but
bell.
I gave enough clues, right? I mean, I always told you it drowns every other sound.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
drowns
I
every
know.
other
Yeah, I know.
sound. It drowns
did.
every other sound.
Definitely like a million hints.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, and I got it, but hey.
At least you got the mechanism
Yeah, I
sabotage.
got
Not
the
that
hint.
anyone noticed.
But got the hint, but wanted to hear everything else.
Yeah.
I forgot my intelligence is actually pretty high. I should have maybe remembered that.
Yeah, you're the smart one.
I have a little wisdom, so it's fine.
Yeah, we balance each other out.
Yes.
Seemed like it. Okay, so I guess we'll have to wait 2 weeks to learn how you all die. But, you know, this is it. You asked me to stop pulling punches, so no, I'm kidding.
I didn't ask that.
No, I
Yeah, wait a minute.
How do you like the
That's
maps?
does.
How do you like the maps? Is this a good
I like
thing?
them.
Yeah,
I like them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like them? Awesome.
they're
Yeah, it's
good.
very good.
Great.
I want them with tokens though, but
Okay, would be great.
Yeah, that's a very slippery slope there, right? I mean,
Yeah, slows things down more.
I want to slip and slide down that slope.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there for important combats. I mean, if we ever
Yes.
get
Yeah.
to
Well,
them.
if we get there.
If we
get there.
survive.
Yeah,
So character
there's-
ideas, anyone? Anybody have anything for the new ones?
Hmm?
New characters?
New
Any ideas?
characters.
Oh,
Yeah, starting over the campaign. Like,
Someone not stupid.
yeah, Jolly hires a new group of adventurers. I sent some people out there, but I haven't heard from them for like a month now. Could you go check on them?
Alright, guys. I'll
Yeah.
see you
Alright, I
next
gotta
time.
get back.
He sends
Come
another group with a bag of pretzels.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Kept the pretzels.
Guys, have a
Stay well.
great week, and we'll catch up in 2 weeks' time.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
Two.
Bye.